in life, it's very rare to get colleagues who turn to be friends after work, and real friends who actually keep up and check up on you. And today, I'm introducing my friend to you guys, Mr. Andrew Levi. Karibu sana, brother.
Asante sana kakangu. It's good to see you, Nasser. Yeah, it's a privilege to be here at Mugshot Café. Nasser was my director on a show called Becky, a smashing show, which he directed and he guided us through with a lot of skill and a lot of grace and a lot of empathy. And I'm just happy to see how he's progressed.
Thank you. Now I see where my money went to good use. Thank you. Andrew, a lot of people maybe don't know Andrew Levi. I know you're a very private man, by the way, but just a brief intro.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yes, I'm a private guy, you're right. Some people know me as an actor in Kenya. I was a debut actor on Becky and on Shanga, on Sketchy Africans and a few other documentaries on YouTube. But before that, I was a lecturer and a researcher at Strathmore. I advised things around governance and anti-corruption in the government, in consulting firms, and also in various businesses. I've studied a few things, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
The list goes on and on and on. People don't know you're a suit towards a corporate guy, very structured, and then flip of a coin, change into the arts.
Yeah.
What drove you?
I think Nasser, to be honest with you, can I call you Nasser or Romeo?
Yeah, whichever it is.
Okay. This guy's called Romeo. Killer name. Yeah.
The ladies love this.
No, the ladies love it. Okay, if I have a son, I'll remember that.
I have to be the good father.
Not after you, but I'm kidding.
The OG Romeo.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. So why the flip? To be honest, Romeo, I think in life you have to try things. And one thing that's always marked my life is I've always been audacious. I had a dream to go to Oxford, and I made it happen. I had a dream to go to Cambridge, made it happen. Work at the biggest consulting firm, the biggest audit firm. I had this dream to join acting one day, and most of this is so that I could make an impact. I believe that acting is one of those mediums where you can influence some people. I myself was going through bereavement. I lost my dad, and I felt that perhaps if I became an actor, I could channel my own pain on the screen and help other people recover from bereavement and other experiences they're going through. You know, Junior went through, on Becky, the character I played, Junior, he experienced poverty, he also experienced riches. That's a bit similar to my life. At some point, we were quite comfortable, and at other points, things were quite difficult. So I was hoping that I could encourage other people who are younger than me or similar age or older to kind of just accept the emotions and the cycles of life.
I mean, to be honest, it's a really big step from a very structured and corporate world, and then just come to acting. And is it, apart from everything you say, how was the decision? Was it easy? Was it just like, I'm going to do it, I'm just going to focus and do this, straight up?
Yeah, so I believe in kind of just jumping into things with a lot of conviction and strategy. So to be fair with you, I jumped into a great role on a great show, not a small role on a bad show. So I was lucky, but I have to say, the industries are so different. I mean, structure, order, and timeliness, those are a bit lacking. Then let's also be real. In the corporate context, you can never find yourself interfacing with recreational, recreational, how can I put it? Nutritional, nutritional aspects. But in the world of acting and entertainment, sometimes some people need that in order to kind of reach that higher level. So it's a different world.
Frowned upon, but people do it anyway.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we first met, He sort of tell me, I think I'm not supposed to be an actor.
Yeah.
I'm not this. I'm not this. I'm like, Junior, relax. You're here already.
Yeah.
There's no backing down. We have to do this. You have to go all the way. Because this is my first time also doing a longer show on TV. It was my first time also. So it was a new environment. I mean, Nairobi for the first time. So I was new to everyone.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
So we were both imposters in some way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we had some good times though.
Yeah, we did.
Very hard times also.
How did you overcome that? You know, the feeling of, like, am I adequate? This is a huge step. Am I ready for it? How did you navigate that?
The first day I came
Yeah.
on set, I remember, we were doing a scene. It was you and Becky in the bedroom. And we're doing take after take. And I'm communicating to the crew. And it's just a small resistance. And,
Yeah.
The crew usually test you, they judge
you
you.
have
And
to
they,
earn your respect.
Yeah, earn your respect. And they
Yeah.
look at you and see how you're going to lead. And I remember Lucy once told me she felt like she was letting me down because I was really frustrated. I was not frustrated. I was just holding I'm thinking a lot of things at that time.
Yeah.
I never knew I was actually failing because we'd do like 8 scenes a day, 10 scenes a day. To me, I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was newsflash. I was told people do 20 scenes a day. And the crew kept on telling me, you'll be fired, they'll fire you, they'll fire you. And I'm like, why would they fire me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something artistic here.
Yeah.
And then I almost got fired anyway. So
Yeah.
And they gave me a really stern warning that
Yeah.
I have to meet the quota in the schedule per day.
That's interesting because, like, when I went to other sets, that was my first set. When I filmed other sets, 8 to 10 scenes is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
especially if they're high quality. So I think shooting 15 to 20, that's almost
An entire episode a day.
Yeah.
But now, given that it's a 5-day show and it's, I don't know, sometimes scheduling goes wrong because I believe shows should start shooting earlier before airing.
Yeah.
Don't shoot a season then start to air. It becomes, it's a
Yeah.
rat race. Now
Yeah.
waiting for writers are also rushing, everyone's rushing, editing is rushing. So actors are rushed. You don't
Yeah.
even get to absorb the script.
True. Yeah.
I remember to read the script every single day. I sleep while reading. Wake up, going to work on the way I'm still reading.
Yeah.
Just to catch up because I was way behind from everyone.
Yeah.
But I think I started to earn the trust of the crew when they start to see the show elevated. I don't want to say I'm bragging, but they start to see the difference in the.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I feel like there's an aspect to the show that was very, very raw. Like it touched a lot of.
I credit the writers. I really credit the writers, especially the first 7 seasons.
Yeah.
They did a hell of a job by the way. I was reading and enjoying the scripts actually, which I rarely enjoy sometimes. But I was actually reading and in suspense. I remember a scene where, what's her name, Trisha, at the hospital. She was about to be. It was over for her, and then she finds a way to escape.
Escape and live another day.
And I thank God, to be honest. It was a dream for me to work in Nairobi, and
What's that like though? Like I'm thinking, because you've done work in Tanzania, you've done work in Mombasa. Was it a step up? Was it different working in Nairobi? Like
It was
what
very
was the dynamics
different.
like?
It was very
Other than the weather.
it was the weather. I love Nairobi weather, by the way.
Okay.
But I hate the traffic, the staying. And that's not because you can leave set early and still go home late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never used to get that.
Yeah.
But you Nairobi guys are used to it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, the thing about the acting industry that not enough people respect is the long hours.
The long hours.
Because I thought, like, coming from the corporate world, maybe you finish at 8, 9 p.m., it's a flex. If you get home at 11, you probably get a taxi home, and, it's also a flex. But then you get to acting, and you can finish, like, past midnight, and then you're back on set, like, before the sun
The next
is
day,
up.
6 a.m. still have to be there.
Yeah.
And the hardest scenes were usually the ghetto, because ghettos were really hard to manage. You remember, people are noisy, people are rowdy.
And I love the fact that the ghetto was like it was a real ghetto.
Yeah.
It wasn't a set that we built, so the dynamics are real. The conversations, the risks, the violence, the threats. It was real.
What I learned by there about ghettos, these are normal people who are working people, but it's not like what we were told, ghetto, majambazi street.
Yeah.
The people who
Yeah,
just normal families.
that's true.
And I was shocked. It was a rude awakening. Like
And they accepted us as if we were like a part
family.
of the community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kabisa.
they'd give us meals.
Exactly.
They'd invite us.
They invite us to whatever the gathering is we have.
Yeah.
Kama committee, kuna mchango.
Yeah.
They'll tell us kuna hii, kuna hii. They involve us in the community.
Yeah,
I think kuishi na watu vizuri wazee ni muhimu sana. Unajua. Because we were guests there. We cannot act like a-holes to them, basically.
No, I get you.
But so, Andrew, what is something that no one knows about you?
No one, in what context? Like no one at all, or no one?
Like a lot of people don't, out the public maybe.
Okay, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but don't get any ideas either. But yeah, no, I have a twin sister.
Really?
I have a twin sister.
Identical twin?
Nah, she's a sister. It's a girl. So, but yeah, I mean, we look fairly alike.
What do they call it? They call what? But what kind of trees are they called?
Fraternal.
Fraternal. Oh.
Fraternal, yeah. And we're very close. She's actually more artistic than I am. And yeah, so I can say that my whole life I've had like a female counterpart, you know, to, what can I say? I may not always have been like I've been in many countries. I may not always have had friends in some of these contexts. It takes a while to build friends, but it's always been nice to know that I could turn around and see someone who's had a similar experience to me, similar age to me, and yeah. So she's a very good, very close person.
This is news to me, by the way. I never knew this.
Yeah, you asked for that. Yeah.
And you guys are close.
Yeah, very close. Yeah.
So now,
But she's she's more private than me.
really,
Yeah, very.
what could be more private than you?
Yeah.
Being a safe. No?
Yeah.
So now, what's going on? What are you doing next now?
So next for me is I'm back in the corporate world.
So no more acting.
I think if a really good role comes through with the potential to impact people, then I do it. But in terms of being in the media, I'm doing podcasting. Hopefully there's conversations around governance, politics.
Yeah, I follow the podcast, but
Yeah.
very deep conversations. I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep up with this.
Yeah. Shout out 254's podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
YouTube.
They should subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, like, comment.
What's it called again?
254's
254.
podcast, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But other than that, back to the corporate world, strategy consulting. And also I'm looking to do a PhD finally, hopefully.
Oh. How'd you get the time to do all these things?
It's, I was going to say it the same way. Some guys get the time to do all their busy work and juggle many chicks at the same time. Same thing. Yeah.
People are always asking you and Becky, are you a couple? Are you guys dated? A lot of times people come up to you in your DMs and everything.
Yeah.
Still today, they still do that.
Once in a while, if they meet me, they'll be like, man, I really thought you and Becky were destined to be. That was very awkward, to be honest. I never expected that. I've always known acting is acting. I don't look at like Tom Cruise and think that chick is his real wife in real life.
Shock on you. I used to think people die from real movies.
But how old were you then?
I was a child.
Yeah, so...
So how did Becky impact your life, by the way?
Man, I think Becky the show, first of all, I've never had the privilege to spend that much time in slums and informal settlements, and I'm grateful for that. To see...
It humbles you.
It humbles you completely, and I'm grateful for the friendships I made and the love they showed. And it makes me want to make a change for those kinds of people who I met there. Remember those lovely little kids.
So lovely, lovely.
So cute, and you're thinking about their futures. So that humbled me. At the same time, I've been humbled about relationships. I feel like Junior went through so much. Some of it similar to me, some of it different.
Because Junior was actually a very sad character, to be honest.
Yeah, it was tragic. It was tragic.
Very tragic. Went through a lot.
Yeah, and I learned, man, never. Usikaliwa demi wote. I mean, like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like the relationship with with Becky wasn't healthy. I would probably have said that they shouldn't have ended up married or together.
Because Becky was doing, the character Becky was doing a lot of, was doing a lot of things that were hurting Junior.
Yeah.
And Junior kept on taking it and taking it and taking it.
Yeah. All because it's like he was trying to pay back a debt because he wasn't there
for the child.
To be with the child who he didn't know existed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
why do ladies do that, by the way? Why do some ladies keep these secrets? Why do they not tell their guys that? Why don't they give their guys a chance to be involved in a kid's life?
But in all fairness, I think she said you get an abortion. You told her that.
Yeah, I was saying in general.
So, that has to hurt deep. But I don't know. People, I cannot answer for women, to be honest. I don't want to say all of them are the same, but it's just manipulative in a way.
True.
Yeah. I mean, just be upfront with anyone, what it is.
But the other thing I'd say about Junior is that, Junior was like, some of the context was set in Karen, right?
Yeah.
And I actually went to school in Karen. There's a school called Brookhouse, like in the Karen area and stuff.
Oh, really? Brookhouse, huh?
Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, in a sense, his experience and some of those neighbors, like literally, I knew these streets. Some of those people, I'd seen them before, and but I think it saddened me to see how out of touch that family was in the beginning. Remember, Junior and his sister Sally and the mother.
Exactly.
It's like they're living in a totally different country, just switching cars and messing around. And I just felt like maybe in this country we need to do a lot more to make sure that we all know how our neighbors are living next door. Yeah.
I mean, people will argue with like, why should I care? I'm working hard. I'm taking care of my family. Why should I care about other people?
Can I ask you something?
Yes, you can.
Have you ever heard of a concept called the accident of birth?
No.
Like, we don't choose which families we grow up in. We don't choose which countries we're born in. So, to what extent can we attribute some of these successes that we say? Like, maybe I haven't struggled, or someone else struggles a lot, but they didn't choose to be born in those contexts. So, don't you think we should care? Because we're essentially lucky to be in. And someone else is unlucky.
I don't know how to answer that, to be honest, but selfishly, like, if I have my own problems, let me sort my house first, keep it in shape, then maybe. Is it selfish to think that?
No, it's pragmatic. It's pragmatic, but I think the world needs a balance. Guys who focus on, the day-to-day in their homes, that's important. But I think at the level of, governance and politics, we have people who are looking out for their own and their families, and yet the privilege they have is to take care of wider communities. Exactly. And I think that's where that's where the challenge is.
I mean, if you have the access and the power to change society, why not? I mean, why not? Really, it's your duty.
So my question is, when are you running for office? As a man of means and a man of the people, a man who's highly exposed, someone who you've had certain privileges. I'm sure you're connected in many ways.
To be honest, I never thought about being in politics in any way.
But what does politics mean?
I mean, I want to be the change in the community in one way or the other. I want to change, but to play politics like that, I don't know. I want to be, what's the right word? I want to be progressive in the community and help and see change. But sadly, you need politics and you need.
Yeah.
But I never thought about running in anything, to be honest.
Okay.
What about you? You are well learned. You are.
Who do you think that's for, though? I'm curious. Who do you think?
People like you.
What does that mean?
Yeah. You're well educated, stand-up guy.
So far.
Well spoken.
Okay.
He can think big.
I think we need like a diversity. You know, like we need people who represent the entire, as they say, the face of our communities. Don't you think?
It's quite deep. The whole goal was not to think when I came here.
Yeah.
The whole point was just to have a good time and think about the past. Now you got me thinking deeper. To be honest, okay, I don't think every child wishes to be a president one day. And
Really?
I think so. When I was a child, I really wanted to be a president.
You did?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Because I want to be loved by people, not
was
just
that-
be to rule.
Was that under Moi? Did you see Moi?
Yes, I did.
Is that why you want to be
No, I just want people to love me. I just be that's all selfishly.
Yeah.
But people pleaser. But to be honest,
Yeah.
I feel like why can someone just serve your people? Why can just have the best interests for your people?
Yeah.
I will feel like shit if I amass all this wealth and my people are dying. People cannot afford hospitals. People are dying of cancer where there should be medicine there, there should be roads to take them there, there should be ambulances, there should be education. And I can afford to pay for this. And I can make a system that everyone can benefit.
Yeah.
If I could, I really would.
Let me ask you a question, because you said people like me are well-educated, well-spoken, etc. But one of my first podcast episode, I asked the question, can artists shape a country? Can they heal a nation? Can they be involved in that process? Can they become leaders? What do you think? Do you think that, you know, leaders in our communities should be left to those who've studied law and policy and stuff like that, accounting? Or do you think people like yourself and people who've been more artistic, do you think we should also be a part of that equation?
We should definitely be part of that. We should definitely be part. I think artists usually speak out through art and spread the word easier, make it more digestible. Especially comedians, maybe. See, comedians can talk about serious issues, but make it very easy to digest. And at the end of the day, think, that is actually quite a deep thing.
I honestly think like, you know, this guy's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
I actually think more than even like Raila and other people, I feel like ridiculous are the guys who upended Moi. You know, like
exactly.
They made us think the guy could fart, could go to the toilet,
you humanize him,
you know,
you see?
do backflips.
And ridiculous, because imagine we used to rush to TV to watch Ridiculous. And oh my goodness. Artists should be involved in politics, 100%. The youth should be involved in politics. Should get the votes out there, register for
What's your
votes.
take on that? What's keeping young? Are you a Gen Z yourself?
I wish I was. I really wish I was. But I really believe the youth have to take this thing seriously.
Okay.
They have to take this thing. It's like life and death.
Really?
Really. Really.
But they've seen their older brothers like us. They've seen their parents, you know, like
our era, this era right now, they are critical thinkers. They ask questions. They don't just us. We just go with the flow. We're just like military. Tonight we just follow. That's how we're raised. You know, the younger generation, they ask, they question, they say, this doesn't make sense, and they're outspoken, way more than us. And it's so sad that they have less voting registration right now. And I don't understand why. And the protest, everyone was there, but nighttime in Chukakura, no one is showing up. So I don't know what the disconnect is. Maybe they don't believe that this can actually change. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe even if I vote, it doesn't count for something. Do you think that?
Yeah, I think they can't see what the direct benefits are. The rewards of even just getting a voter's card. Like what do you get back? I think if we made it a fun experience, if it was like some kind of lottery, you know, there's a chance of getting something, you know. I think that could be.
I disagree. I think the youth are way smarter than that, and they know the consequence of the country, and they know how integral it is for them to actually come out to numbers. They are way smarter than that. They don't need a lottery. They don't need it to be fun. There's facts, and this is your life, and this is our lives also. So it's all fun and games. This is serious things. And if they don't wake up now, and they expect the old dudes to handle it. They were really, really deep. I mean, politics, we have to involve ourselves. But not, I don't want to run for office, but I have to be involved in the process. If it's whatever, what do they call them? The public participation in anything. I want to be there, I want to be involved.
I know this might be controversial, but like in TZ, we know that many artists and entertainers, they're heavily kind of connected to the political realm. And now there's been a lot of political, what can I say, upheaval in that context. And people are kind of telling artists to pick sides. What's your take on that? You have the diamonds and the others.
Yeah, should be the side of justice and truth always.
Serious?
Yes.
Not the person who butters their bread.
Then what different are we from other people who get bribed and everything and corrupt? Artists were supposed to be sisi no kioo ya jamii, wanavyosema. So artists, we should be saying this thing out loud, showing fearlessly. I mean, poets used to do that. You see, writers used to write things. Shakespeare even used to.
But where do they, most of these guys, these artists, these writers, they either end up dead or they end up in exile.
But you never forget them. They inspire something in us.
Okay.
You leave a mark, you have to believe in the cause. I don't want to die though, but but when push comes to shove, it reaches a point where it feels like you have to do something. You just have. Even if you don't want to, you just have. It just comes out of you. You have
I
to do
agree.
something.
I think like the age that I've also gotten to right now, I feel like I must do something. I've seen my younger brothers and sisters, so to speak, in quotes, I've seen them die. And what for? Those who come after us shouldn't be the ones who are laying their lives down.
Exactly.
We've lived some amount of life, and not that we want to die, but I think that we need to show some courage and help these Gen Zs really kind of build the country they want.
Exactly.
So yeah, I agree. I think for me, 2027
should be a youth-led government.
Or at least highly youth involved. You always hear these guys, some of these old guys like you've heard of this guy Oburu Oginga or something, being called the youth leader. And
I wouldn't want to comment on anything like that.
all these guys are calling themselves youth. Like, it's crazy. It's like, even it's controversial, but even like Joe, he's youthful, but
not youth.
He's not youth. Yeah. So I get that.
So I think the youth out there, this is your time to make change, and us also, not just you, also us.
Yeah.
It's our time to make change peacefully. We can do this. It doesn't have to be violent in any way. It's democratic.
Yeah, I think we do need to be forceful. I think we need to be intellectually forceful, morally forceful, even spiritually forceful. But in terms of physical violence, we have to be pragmatic. The odds are against us. That's true, and so, but we need to be persuasive enough to make the leaders feel ready to exit the stage, because it's time for them to exit the stage pretty soon.
It is.
Yeah.
We have to love this country. If you love your country, man.
Let me ask you a question, okay? So, random question. What's your...
Really? Save me.
Thank you. What does it say?
No, just a
Just
signature
sig-
from the barista.
Okay, no, it's very kind. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy.
Let me ask you a quick question. I've never asked you. What's your ethnicity? What's your...
Ah, really?
Yeah, I've never asked you. Can I ask that?
Yes, you can. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I thought we were friends.
Sorry?
I thought we were friends.
Okay, cool.
You never knew this whole time.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
My dad,
Yeah.
Seselwa from Seychelles,
Oh, really?
but born and raised here.
Yeah.
My mom is Somali.
Okay.
Full Somali, by the way. I don't know how they met.
Seychelles, well, born and raised here.
Born and raised here. The whole community that came here, I don't know how they came here.
Okay, yeah.
They used to work in factories and everything.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Never.
Never been?
Never been.
Never wanted
But my
to
dad
go?
is there right now.
Have you wanted to go?
I've wanted to.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to travel and see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your mom?
My mom is here with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever traveled to
Somalia.
No, my question is Kenyan, Somali, or
Kenyan Somali. Kenyan
okay,
Somali.
okay. Yeah. So this is all.
She doesn't even speak Somali, by the way.
Okay.
She'll kill me first.
Edit.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah. So that's the name
So
Robbie Marie comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So my question is, how would you describe your core identity? Like when someone says, "Who are you?" or "What are you?"
Yeah.
You say, "I am Romeo Marie Nasser, and I am."
We have a joke with my friends here. They say, "Huyu Mswahili tu cause akatoa Mswahili."
Yeah.
So sasa watu ule Mswahili, ndio mimi Mswahili ndio mimi hapa. So cause
So it's the identity that the box that people put you in.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and I go with it. It's easier.
Okay.
So trying to explain.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long story.
But is that your, so that's a box people put you in, but is that your core identity? So, because for example, I could tell you mine. So, I was born in Zambia. You know that, right?
I think I remember.
Yeah. So yeah, I was born in Zambia to Kenyan parents, right? We traveled to many countries. But because of my experience being very young and living in other countries, my primary identity has been either being black or being African.
Oh,
Yeah. So
generalized.
before being Kenyan.
Kenyan.
Because for so many years in my life, nobody knew about Kenya. It was like, okay, you're black. Are you from Africa?
That's it.
So most of my interests, my passions, the kind of things that motivate me in life, how can I improve the lot for Africans, for black people, etc. So I was just curious to know, like, what kind of defines you, and yeah, where do you kind of draw your sense of meaning from?
I never actually thought about this, to be honest. I just Kenyan. That's it. Kenyan. Or Mombasa.
And
So
Kenya
Mombasa too.
coastal or Mombasa?
Yeah, coastal.
Okay.
They try to ule Mswahili uko wapi? Ndio huyo. Bas.
Okay.
That's my identity, I think, now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is my identity because our home,
Yeah.
the Swahili culture is in already. Like,
So wait. So neither of your parents is actually Swahili.
neither.
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 But then somehow you're saying that culture
Is
infiltrated
yeah,
your family.
is exactly.
And now that's your core identity.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Interesting.
it's a Mombasa culture, I think. Though.
Yeah.
Should I call it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically the people that are live, my neighbors, almost all
Yeah.
share the same culture.
Okay.
Not necessarily Swahilis, but
Yeah.
out of Mombasa.
Talk to me about. Can I continue?
Yes, please.
So I don't come from Mombasa, but it's like a melting pot,
Yeah.
of communities, races, etc. There's a lot of Italians I hear, right?
In Malindi.
In Malindi and the coastal region,
Yeah.
generally speaking. What's that melting pot like from your perspective, as someone who now identifies as Swahili? And is it good? Is it tense? Is it stratified? Is it, are we all one people? Yeah.
I basically believe we are one people because I won't speak for the Italians, but
Hard questions.
my goodness, I should be sitting there.
Yeah.
I never experienced any kind of,
Differentiation.
yeah, because I don't know, maybe I'm naive. I've just been living my life, dandy, happy, because everyone is just.
Yeah.
Because we are also, our house, we are also a lot of mixed people in there. We have different cultures, but we're all under one culture Mombasa.
Yeah.
My mom will kill me because I'm Swahili guy, I'm Somali.
So you're more defined by your location.
Exactly, yeah.
I get you.
That's defined by location.
So it's like the way how Nairobi is also a melting pot.
Exactly, just
But
like-
at the core of it, as you saw when you're on set, you saw like there's a distinct Nairobi identity.
There is a
that
distinct Nairobi.
People, yeah, I get you.
Even the accent,
I get
even the mannerism.
Yeah.
It's just that sort of unto uptown, unto downtown.
Yeah.
But basically just Nairobi.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah. So I don't know, does that answer the question really? Because I never felt any kind of different way, to be honest. But
Yeah.
we moved from Mombasa to Kitale. When
Oh, did you?
Yes,
Wow.
I was 5 years old. So that was a different experience.
Okay.
Yeah, now that was a culture shock. To be honest.
In what sense? Like,
So in one sense, I was like the only Muslim child around the area.
Yeah.
So it was, I have to explain again how I pray. You Islam nafanya nini? Oh my God, it was such a
yeah.
kind of rough kidogo, but
It was a bit difficult.
it was a bit difficult. Kidogo too, not so much. But as I grew older, it was just kids, you adapt quickly.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
from 5 to what age, roughly?
to 13.
Wow,
13,
okay.
yeah. So I did most of my primary there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never learned any language. But my cousins want to speak Kibukusu vizuri too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but me nilishindwa. And then we came back.
Oh, what's up with you?
So I don't know, I'm a slow learner.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I can't even get lyrics to songs, so I love our
Likewise.
language.
Likewise.
Yeah. So coming back was
Yeah.
another culture shock sasa.
Yeah.
Because nimekuchukulia nilikuwa sasa mimi ni mbara nikija hapa my accent is thick.
Which,
Yeah.
what accent?
Accent ya
Yeah.
Kiluya sasa huko. Kujako bwana. So, watu wa Mombasa, they used to kill me. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
They used to laugh and roll.
Are you serious?
And they made fun of me all the
Wow.
time. You know? So I was on the side basically everywhere. You see. But yeah. So
Because I'm trying to think, what made us strike a friendship? Because on set, we had a pretty good friendship, a unique friendship.
which no one used to believe.
Used to piss people off sometimes actually because we talk a lot and connect a lot. And I'm just trying to figure out, what was the reason?
Because you're a deep thinker and I had to solve a lot of fights with you. So and we had to talk a lot because about the
What did you
character. I was solving a lot of fights between you and because you had a very different approach to the arts. Because you're a very no-nonsense kind of guy.
Yeah.
And then later on,
Yeah.
you loosened up and became
Yeah.
like, okay.
And I had to help keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, exactly. Because people are like complaining, Junior, but it's too strict, bro. I'll get a Junior, but director is.
Yeah.
So the more we talked, and the more
Yeah.
we were like, and then I knew the perspective where you're coming from and how you view things.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of rowdy on the set sometimes.
That's true, but that was new. Very, very loud, very.
Yeah. People
Very
just talk and
talkative,
share,
yeah.
and people
Yeah.
are just smoking somewhere, they're just,
Smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have different characters, people just, and you come from a quiet, very,
Yeah. A reserved kind of.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. People are very expressive artists.
Yeah.
So I
Very
think-
difficult job you had, to
And
be
then
honest.
when I get to know you and deep thinker talking, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. And you used to share with me your. you know, you used to talk to me about your romantic journeys and. Yeah.
Which now I regret, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I see Abdullah Hamid, maybe also ask a question.
Yeah.
Please ask a question to Andrew.
The deep thinking part. Okay, when do you think deeper? Like, what triggers that as a human? You think.
I know that's a very, very good question. I think I'm not as lucky as other people. There's some people like, I think even Nasser has this more than me. They feel more deeply. I think for me, maybe I'm trying to compensate because I don't feel as deeply enough. So I think a lot more about certain issues. And I think I've just always wanted to understand, why and how things tick, how things work. Yeah, that's
Do you think that is a way of problem solving? You want to solve the problems that you are facing, but in order to solve, some people take a direction to understand it in the first place. So the understanding is why taking you time, and you are thinking of things in layers, not as simple as
yeah.
and you think about things from different perspectives.
Yeah. Wow, very, very well said.
Is it like that in your head?
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. You know, layers and multiple angles, every angle I can possibly think of. But I also think that there's a saying that I've come across. It's in a religious text, and it says that of everything you can possibly get in this world, it's a father talking to a son, and he says, of everything you can possibly get in this world, my son, get understanding. And the day I read that, because he'd spoken about rubies, he'd spoken about gold, he'd spoken all these things, and then he said, but of all of them, get understanding and get wisdom. And I think I just felt like there's something about that phrase that hit me. I was like, I think this is what I should be pursuing for the rest of my life. And I find that when I pursue understanding, it unlocks like the value of many things. Like, why are you looking at me like like I've spoken Chinese?
I'm thinking like it's fucking unfair, to be honest. Yeah? It cannot be good looking, well spoken, a deep thinker, educated,
And you say,
and 12 inches.
my shoes. Shoes. Yeah.
It's very unfair.
No,
honestly.
I don't
And
know.
they don't even know there are no some other things.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened. One day, we were shooting in what's this place called? Paradise. Paradise Lost in Nairobi.
Oh, yeah.
In Kiambu.
Yeah.
So we're shooting, and a family of I think they were Chinese or what?
Yeah, Chinese.
They came there and they were talking about the show and trying to get them to keep quiet. And guess who goes to talk to them in Mandarin? Talks to them in their own language and say, please come down, we're shooting. In fluently, not fluently. Spoke to them and they listened and said,
And they asked about the show.
And they asked, they talked.
Yeah.
And
But you know, the thing is with language, it's not that impressive, to be honest.
it is impressive,
Because,
to be honest.
you see, the thing is in Kenya, we all actually speak so many languages. You know, we just don't appreciate it enough. Because if you think about it, how many languages are spoken even by you and even in Mombasa?
At least 3 per, yeah.
Yeah.
Kiswahili, English, and maybe mother tongue or 2.
Yeah. I mean, that's unique. If you go to like Europe, most people just have one language.
Exactly.
Yeah, if they're lucky, they'll have 2. So, but I noticed the thing about language is that, did you know that, language has an ability to connect people. But do you know why? They say that language, when you translate something, it actually kind of does a shift in your mind.
Yes.
It changes your worldview, and you actually become a different person.
Yes.
So the Levi who speaks Chinese or Mandarin is not the same guy who's speaking English. You understand? That's how language
So it
works.
shifts completely,
Exactly.
even in mannerism or facial.
That's why, sadly, that's why we have things like tribalism or racism or something, because there's a new identity you take up when you can speak a common language. It's like I don't speak like coastal Swahili that well, but if I just started saying some things in coastal Swahili, even this conversation right now, it's gonna change.
Changes.
The kind of jokes we'll say, the kind of exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
This is my question.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of uncertainty? Are you afraid of something that is not like you are, the way I see, you're looking for 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, okay.
And there is a lot of things in this life doesn't make sense
Yeah.
the way science makes sense.
Yeah.
In fact, what we know is
Yeah.
way less than what we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if I understand you well, are you afraid of uncertainty and something like that? If you understand the
Yeah.
question.
That's. I mean, I don't think I've received such a question before. It's a
Really?
fantastic question.
Oh my
So
God.
yours,
Yeah,
but
nah,
that was better.
Whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. For example, we know this space, but you don't really understand it. But as a scientist, the bit that really excites me are the unknown unknowns. Like there's stuff out there we don't even know we don't know it.
But
It's out there. Yeah.
You are aware of that there is something
Yeah.
in that direction.
Yeah, you can be aware that, so I think it's Aristotle who said that the. Is it okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So I
Wait,
think,
let me adjust this mic here.
I think he said that, the wise person is the one who accepts that there's very little that they know. And I think for me, I could be wrong, but I think we're all kind of religious, somewhat.
Yeah.
Have some
Yeah.
have some recognition.
Yeah.
I think that's where the miracle of life exists. That there are we can have an intuition of a higher power or a higher capacity, but we don't fully grasp it, and I'm comfortable with that. So it's funny that Isaac Newton. They say he was like one of the best scientists.
Yeah.
Achieved so much things when he's young.
all that stuff. But they actually say he wasn't the last of the great scientists, or he wasn't the first of the great scientists. They say he's actually one of the last of the great magicians, because at the highest levels of science, science and religion kind of start to blend. It's like they say, when you look at the stars, you can look at them scientifically, but if you look too long, you start to ask, actually, who made this? How did it happen? So I feel like if you're a true scientist, you can't be totally, you have to accept some degree of uncertainty and that there's something else that, like in science, they always have, there's like a notation called E for error or X for unknown. So like you can have an equation, and then you say A plus B, and then you add plus X for anything unknown that's not been covered. So I think true science allows for that. That's just beyond. Yeah, I don't know. That's.
No. I'm shocked. I didn't even know these things. Andrew, we didn't even talk about this on set. Now I feel our conversation was very shallow. It was very shallow, our conversations. I feel.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
So you're familiar with Gandhi?
Yes.
Gandhi, right?
Yes.
Mahatma Gandhi, right?
Yes.
So he has this phrase called satyagraha, which is about, it's the force of the soul, saying that every human soul has some force. That's why, like, when the British were, colonizing India, he didn't have guns, but he had the force of his soul, and somehow they overcame those oppressors. I'm curious to know from your perspective, do you think life is just what we see, just table, etc., or do you think that it means more to be human, that there's something else, like there's a force we bring.
There's more to this dimension. I know you're itching to answer this, Abdul Wahab.
The problem is, I don't want to answer it in a way that, okay, Andrew, that's a very good question. And I think, okay, from my perspective.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I think I'm open to a lot of, what do you call, possibilities. And I think there is this video today I was watching saying, now the fact that you are saying this is a cup,
Yeah.
you are labeling it with your mind. But if a baby comes, he will see the shape,
Yeah.
the place that you are taking it from, the taste, what is there. So he have different understanding of what is this.
Exactly. Yeah.
But as you grow, we keep labeling things with our mind. Even time.
yeah.
Time doesn't exist.
Yeah. Good point.
You got my point. So I think I, as a person,
Yeah.
in one somehow in my life, I become open to endless possibilities. The ideas of that there is endless possibility of things that I could understand or couldn't understand. So I cannot say I will stick to this path. I can't say because human is okay. Physically, what I see is there is
Yeah,
a body
there's a
here.
form, yeah.
Yeah, but I cannot say this body is the only human.
Yeah.
It can be. I'm open, and in the other hand,
Yeah.
also, I don't want to be to go just because a lot of people have something in their head, and they understand things the way, but it's not something. I'm not saying it's not tangible. I'm saying it's not rational to understand.
Okay.
So I fail to understand somehow some understanding of things. But I cannot say they are totally wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't want to bring an example. It will ruin my all. But what I'm trying to say is I'm open to endless possibilities as much as first of all it can what do you mean? It can be logical.
Okay.
I don't want to say logical to that frame. Logical is very narrow.
Yeah.
It can be understandable. If that is
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, if it can be understandable because everything was impossible until it happens.
It's true.
So I don't want you see there is someone in this life who when he saw surgery think of oh this is very painful.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I cannot get any other way to do this thing. So, let's say before the what do you call the drugs that makes people numb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that before that comes, or before someone invent that, someone asked that question and said, "Oh, what?" Because the need is there. First of
Yeah.
all, the need always push the human to invent something.
Yeah.
But when in that time, people will look to this guy and say, you are just coward. You're unrealistic. What are you? But guess what? Some people ask that question and invent something very in any industry,
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
There is that person who does that.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. That's amazing. Can I adjust this question a bit?
Yes, please.
So like scientifically, right? Do you know that identical twins they share identical DNA? You realize that?
Yeah.
I'm saying 100%. 100%. 100%. If you take two twin brothers, two twin sisters, identical, the reason why they share the same DNA is you're saying it's the same egg and sperm fertilize that egg. Insane. Essentially, what comes out of it is
Same thing.
yeah, the same thing. These two people are genetically identical, right? But you cannot find two people who are exactly the same. You can't find two people with exactly the same thoughts, exactly the same feelings. Do you understand?
Tell me, out of 8 billion people, there's no one that thinks exactly like you in the world.
Extremely hard.
Who maybe looks exactly like you,
Looks exactly like you and thinks exactly like you and
feels like you, and maybe. Is it impossible? Is it?
I think that's
Like everyone is unique in every aspect.
Yes.
yeah. I think
You,
like
you may share some understanding in one,
yes.
but not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything.
Yeah, I think that's what makes us so sophisticated. You know, you can replicate a computer. You know, like AI. We're talking about AI. You can get AI to kind of reproduce the same thing, but for humans, you can't do that. My question is, if two people are genetically identical, what explains that difference? You know, between two people who share the same DNA. That's why I'm wondering, is there something, like even the fact that we're sitting here, like something is drawing us towards this conversation. Our conversations back, a while ago, and today we're having this conversation. What is it that is connecting us beyond just our backgrounds and, the way we look? There has to be, I don't know, I feel like there has to be something, a kind of force, which I'm saying, to borrow from Gandhi, I feel like it's the force of the soul. And that force of the soul is saying, I connect with something in this person's soul and something in this person's soul. And yeah, I just think that's really unique. And just to give an example, it's a weird example, but every once in a while someone dies. Let's say Martin Luther King Jr., or even recently here in Kenya, let's say Raila. I wasn't a fan of his, though I wrote an article about him. And I just have to recognize that in the guy's absence,
You feel the void.
not just feel the void, I'm saying in his absence, guys were still going wild. Guys were still heading to the airport. Like, what? The question is, are we just who we are physically, or is there something? Is there a certain presence that we have that's like intangible?
Problem is, it's not scientific now. You can never measure it. You want to kill me.
No.
Yeah.
Now, can we go back to the topic that people can relate to?
Sorry.
One more question. One more question.
Okay.
What is the hardest thing you tried to understand and you didn't succeed?
The hardest thing.
Yeah.
Power of the soul, for one. Power of the soul.
The power of soul, for one. Do you want me to be? I can give you a very an answer that's very superficial, or I can give you a personal vulnerability.
I always like personal.
To be honest, I think the area I struggle with the most understanding is I think it's love. I think it's human relationships and love, to be honest. I know some people are much better at that than others. But sometimes I feel like I have tried to, if there was an equation for figuring out who should I be with and how should I be, if they could write me an equation and say, do these things, I'd be like, great, now
You have a formula.
yeah, and I have a formula, but I feel like human beings are not formulaic. That's what I find that very challenging. Yeah, I haven't understood that. What about you?
I mean, it's true. You can never know someone fully. You can be in love and then hate each other. And then,
That's such a mystery. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm done. Thank you. I'm very sorry.
Sometimes it feels almost unavoidable. Sometimes, like you feel. I don't know if you remember the first time you became a dad, or just before, maybe before she gave birth. I'm sure maybe you were filled with excitement, maybe some anxiety and stuff.
A lot of anxiety.
And you're thinking, man, when they come out, I want to hold them.
Exactly.
I never want to let them go.
Yeah.
But at some point, you have to let them go. You have to make certain sacrifices. You can't always say yes. You have to discipline. It's I know it's such a tricky balance. And but sometimes I think maybe that's a privilege. The privilege is to have a child with who you can do that dance of love. You know, it's a privilege. You know, imperfectly, but you and I get the chance to be dads, and some people get the chance to be husbands and lovers and
I envy those people
etc.
who are lovers or in a relation, and they just
in the conventional
yeah.
sense.
And the total strangers who came
Yeah.
and built a life together unconditionally,
Yeah.
and they fished. This okay, it sounds like a movie, but I saw my grandparents
Yeah.
how they lived, and
Yeah.
that was love to me.
Were they together?
They were together till
Yeah.
my grandmother passed away, and they used to. The so love. They used to cook together.
Yeah. Wow.
We used to eat together at the table,
Yeah.
and they'll have conversations, just the two of them, when you
Serious.
go to sleep, and you hear them giggling,
Bantering,
laughing,
yeah.
and then sometimes you hear them arguing, but
Yeah.
never in front of us.
Yeah.
But you hear them in the room,
Yeah.
and then silence.
Yeah.
The
The
next
relationship
day,
is
but
solid.
the relationship was solid, and I could say that was love because they
Yeah.
worked hand in hand to build something.
Yeah.
So never put each other down. I never saw that. I
Yeah.
had a very good childhood.
Yeah.
I thank God, to be honest.
So what can we advise ourselves? Last question. What can we advise ourselves if we were to borrow a leaf out of your grandparents' book, or for me, it was my parents, like it's tragic sometimes life doesn't turn out for us the way we
Yeah,
assumed.
exactly.
We think that we could do the same thing, but it wasn't that. It didn't work out that way. What would we say to those coming behind us that we could borrow from those relationships we saw?
I mean, love intentionally, and you build relationships. You don't just happen to be. You build the relationship. You build
Brick
it.
by brick, huh?
Yeah, brick by brick. And the last word you have to say before, because they're chasing us away now.
Yeah.
I read Paul and what's Satano. Andrew,
Yeah.
finish up with what else about love and relation.
Yeah, I think about love, let us not grow weary. Let's keep trying. Every day we have breath. We can try and love a little bit more, a little better every day to the extent that we can. And love may look different. For some it may be as spouses. For some it may be as parents. It may be as siblings or other forms. But yeah, if you can, as they say, try and make the world a better place, love a bit more. And then there's the medical Hippocratic oath that says if you can't really love, then at least do no harm. Yeah.
I don't want to add anything on that.
Asante kaka.
Such an honor to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother.